Previously on Tessie Teams.
It enters into your awareness that there are 4 people on the dais. You don't know why. Like a second ago you weren't conscious of it. It's possible that it was revealed to you at some level. But in the alcove, directly behind Shimmerscale, is Cathrodon.
And I see her, and I acknowledge that I see her, and I just say, Catherine.
She emerges from the alcove with a downward sweep as she pushes through that resistance.
Yeah.
The upper tier of the throne room of Dinar is filled with perhaps 80 screaming, dying prawns.
I just go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Don't kill my sister. I get up and I say,
physically
get out of here, yeah. And then it's like, I turn around, I assume the guards are coming from where Prawn was.
The tuning fork that hasn't rung since Prince Dinar Blitzen left Dinar.
Oh, so it hasn't rung in 3 years.
Is ringing now. Thank you, Josh.
Oh.
Who the F is ringing it?
Who's ringing the bell?
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
Episode,
I got a
Chubsters.
chubster.
I'm gonna check.
I got it.
I got a chubster for this one.
Same.
Hello, I'm Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I'm also a Minifis Hereward Drawn, all 5 of them, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jeffrey K. Horcrims, your internet friend, here to run a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends, specifically these friends. To my right, Dragonborn narcissist Dinar Blitzen.
We made it. Looks like we made it.
To the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dawngrass, Kakra,
I said it, not Jerry. It was me.
and a Kakra to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
And also to
And
you.
also too.
Well, yeah. The whole room has to say it in response, right? To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie Beesting.
Oh, last one.
Oh my God!
Oh, jeez, just like that.
Oh,
Did 3 years.
Been
Yeah.
edging for 3 years.
Wow. I'll just let that happen.
Some sting shit.
To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu Stroud.
What?
Whoa!
Oh!
There he is.
Oh!
Oh, very nice.
Perfunctory
You've
at this
gotten
point.
bigger.
And now they're fully arranged.
Get out of here,
The
you.
right place.
It's that long-term relationship energy.
Exactly. They're in their final state.
Yes, okay.
I'm over this. All right. I got it. No more at all, if possible.
I said I didn't want this to be a horny episode.
Well, you
Sorry,
know,
that's it. End of
you know
horniness.
what show this is.
No horny. Nobody wants horny.
Nobody likes it.
No one likes it.
No one likes it.
All right.
No one likes it.
No one likes it. A little.
It's a huge time waster. It's a huge.
Listen, we'll try to retain a portion at the end. Imagine that we'll establish a conceptual playpen wherein this sort of unbridled eroticism can run riot.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
A play.
Appreciate
I
it.
get
Exactly. exactly. Now, when last we saw our heroes, a lot had happened. A substantial portion of the episode took place at dinner, which we all remember. Cat heads featured prominently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dogs. We also learned that the dogs are apparently full citizens in Dinar.
Senators.
Not all dogs, but these dogs.
Oh yeah, senators.
They were senators.
No,
yeah.
they're
They
actually
were heads
part
of
of.
state.
They're
All
part of
dogs
the.
go to the Senate.
Senate. All dogs go to the Senate.
But a couple things did happen that are especially worth noting. Prawn was challenged with some specifics by her brother Dinar about the precise nature of her union with this Prince Shimmerscale character. Immediately upon being pressed upon this, and also I believe a natural 20 was involved, her story began to sort of boil away. And it was very, very near this moment that Cathra Dar, an individual of some import to Dinar, was revealed to be a member of that august organization, the Noble Knife. And after securing the knife, which was quite a challenge, there was a whole 80s prankster style movie that took place within the bounds of Dungeons and Dragons.
Anything is possible.
Ultimately, it's the most powerful game system ever devised. The knife was plunged into Prawn, but as we know from the PAX East game, and we know from the death of True Strike, is that it takes a while. It takes some doing to utilize this thing, and you have to be ready to commit to the thrust. This was, you're gonna talk to me about,
Here, I also.
for the podcast, Kate is holding up a sign that says "too horny."
Can't believe it took me 3 years.
Oh, just
Okay,
the
but-
right amount of horny.
But it should be,
right.
it should be understood.
I was working on barely horny.
Barely horny. But here, so while these vagabonds,
We'll come back to this. Let me finish.
Please know,
It's a good object work.
I love you both so very much.
while these vagabonds engage in this sort of behavior, our union
Yes,
is stronger than ever.
it's true.
I'm getting the rest of the intro
We
is
can
just
just-
going right to you.
We can just play D&D,
Can we play D&D?
finally.
Now, it's this, you've been waiting for it. I don't want. Okay, now the Shadow Chancellor is getting on it. That's quite enough.
How dare you have fun?
It's grotesque, and I won't have
D&D
it.
is not about having fun.
You know,
It's about modeling a perfect world of adventure.
Yes.
exactly.
From my mind.
Exactly. It's about telling you what happens in every case. So the process was stopped midway through, and the Prawn that is here now with us is a decidedly different Prawn than the one who undertook a series of now secret actions to try to create what she thought was a good outcome, or what she had been convinced was a good outcome. We'll explore these topics. But at the very end of the episode, the tuning fork that exists both in the throne room and high in the mountains, in the very chamber of Varus Malus, a device that Varus Malus uses to summon the family, rang in the middle of all this commotion. That indicates that a tradition, the pay and crawl, needs to occur, and that is something that the royal family undertakes.
No, is it the pay and crawl? Is it the peon crawl? Or is
the
it
pay
the
and crawl?
Yes.
the pay and
It's the paella crawl.
the paella
Paella.
crawl? The
That Spanish
pay-
dish that we love so much.
Okay, got it. The paella
I
crawl.
thought it was you pay something and then you crawl.
No.
I did not.
the pay and crawl.
It sounds
Sounds
like,
like an ode to crawl.
yeah, it sounds like one of these like beer bicycle things.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
A paella crawl.
25
yeah.
bucks to just crawl around.
Yeah. Go to all the top paella spots.
Oh yeah.
P-A-E-N.
Dude, by the end of it, it's like, oh, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these words have meaning.
Yeah.
I put through Babelfish.
I put them through Babelfish.
Got it. Okay.
So it's vitally important. So now when we get to the part where we tell Dinar's story incorrectly,
Yep.
the spine straightens. You know, there's a physicality
Call whatever you want.
to the rage. We'll
Pigs in a blanket, Carl.
We'll see what we can do. Dinar said that Prawn should try to secure the other members of the family so that they could undertake this task. And she said that she would try. We now return to our Dungeons and Dragons game in session. Immediately, in my mind, the doors burst open, but I think canonically, the doors were already open. So let's say that 2 guards in elite finery, the Royal Guard, come in, close the doors, and then they burst open.
Excellent.
Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Does that make
Don't
sense?
leave any plot threads dangling.
No.
Thank
This
you.
is we're gonna bring it all to a close
Ryan's
here.
plot is like, this plot's gonna be airtight.
You got 2 hours, and there's a lot of dangling threads we gotta get to.
It's gonna be fun. The guards summon you, Dinar, and your sister Prawn to the battlement, which is essentially a portion of the higher castle that is itself is the last sort of redoubt. Aside from the actual chamber of Varus Malus, it is high up on the structure and has a commanding view of the surrounding area. The hallway itself has an additional retinue, and they look as though they are ready to. Perform their sacred duty, if it's required, at any point in this.
The guards?
They look like they are on the watch. The events of the last episode and whatever it is they know now that you don't know has placed them at DEFCON, whichever is the right DEFCON. Whatever the DEFCON is that is like shit's bad.
I saw 100 dead girls yesterday, and now I'm serious. It wasn't before, but now I am.
I can't remember if DEFCON 1 is the one where it's
One's
like,
the
oh
bad.
shit.
I think one's real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes down.
So DEFCON 1.
Wait, 1? No. Isn't it 5? 5 is the worst.
No, 5's the okay, I thought. No, 5's okay.
Don't worry, everyone will tweet at you and tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody
So
check.
let's do it wrong on purpose. It's 5.
Does this have the internet on this thing?
Yes,
Yeah, Google. You got Google on this thing?
that's where your characters come from. Yes. D&D Beyond.
Yeah. All right. I'll go with the guards, but I mean, I'm the one who summons guards. Guards don't summon me. You know what I mean? Like.
That's true. That's true.
It's true. They form a kind of capsule around you of martial prowess.
Okay. Say hello,
And
Marshall.
6 foot tall metal reptiles. And the site that greets you at the top of the battlement has a lot of new information.
So when we try to go after him, what happens to us?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to let Dinar out of our sight.
You're welcome to come with.
All right.
I mean, they will ensconce you as well. They'll make a little room. Everybody can get ensconced,
Great.
and then everybody's going up. So what you see,
Well, they would probably try to stop you, and then I would say no. They can come.
Oh, yeah?
Well, this is like a family. This is no one gets to go up to this thing.
Sure.
It's like
It's elite.
a closely guarded family secret. It's part of the reason
This is a velvet rope kind of situation.
It's the
You know
like-
what I'm talking about?
no one in the
VIP.
city gets to go up there for many reasons. Part of it is it's dressed up like ceremonial and lore, but it's also like a power thing. If only like 4 people ever get to talk to the dragon, then it's like you got to take their word, you know?
Yeah.
Not anyone could just wander up there.
But nobody's wandering up there. This is just the battlement.
This is
of
just the
castle.
battlements.
Yeah, but this is the preamble to that.
This is very special. This is what you need to understand. Now,
Okay,
What-
geez.
I'm just trying to make sure that this is tight Canonically,
Tied 5 minutes.
It feels shaky. It feels wobbly.
yeah. Their motivations are all over the place. Is he happy? Is he sad? Why is he driving? He could have just called ahead. This is the kind of stuff that bothers me when I watch movies.
Nobody says goodbye when they hang up the phone.
No one says goodbye when they hang up. Cups are all empty.
Well, honestly, one of the worst things is that as you're being led up the broad stair, just in the top of the frame, you can see like a boom mic sort of poke in a little bit.
Amateur hour.
They say, Marshall!
It's fucking hell on earth. It really is. Not just euphemistically. And
You know what? That I could forgive, though.
All right, I just want to role play this. Like,
It's coming.
Guards, we are coming too.
We get to go, too.
We get to come with as well. Guards say, no, you don't. You got to stay here. And then, but Dinar overhears this, and then he says,
No!
see?
I say they're allowed to
See,
come.
we're with him. We're with him. We're allowed to go.
Yeah, but
All but the small one.
Anything for Prince Dinar is what they say. And then, wait, I'm the small one.
Are we gonna do this adventure?
I hope
Says
so.
what?
I'm trying. I just want to make sure Dinar's getting everything he wants from this scene.
You're right. You're
This
right.
isn't Dinar, this is Ryan.
Okay.
right,
This is a finer distinction, I think, than the rest of us make. So there are no fewer than 3 distinct bannered forces arrayed at the lowest level of Dinar.
And you can see them from
No, you can actually see the tall banners that they have out, and they can be read plainly from here. You can see a force clearly headed by your sister Comet. You can see a second force clearly headed by your brother Schwalger, and you can see a third force of a distinct livery, shining even in the stitching from here, the free city of Scala. And you're not sure who is at the head of it, but there's some calculations you might make.
Yeah.
So they look like they are ready
To
to
siege.
get the city.
Yeah, they're about to siege the city. So I go to Prawn and I go,
Prawn is just sort of shaking in place.
yeah.
Like she is, her hands are out flat, sort of on the stone banister. And you think that she might be using it in no small effort to support herself.
Yeah. I say, well, you said you had sent them out to deal with outlying bandits or something? I forget what you said. She had said.
She described it as a suppression operation
Yeah.
on the border towns that were having maybe a difficult time accepting new order of things.
I go, well, looks like they're back. It's good news.
She says, maybe. And she asks for her armor.
Yeah. She is no longer giving off the vibes. I'm getting that. I know you had said it, but like overtly.
the facial expressions. It's like you are within the range of a single person. Obviously, there's a lot of expression opportunities, but the difference here is in the eyes.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a whirlwind since she was stabbed with a knife. So it was like stabbed by the knife. Tuning fork went off. We got ushered into a battlement room. I just kind of like put a hand on her shoulder and I say, what's going on? Are you all right? What's left in there?
She says, I'll know after I talk to Comet.
Yes, we shall all talk to Comet. Let's go talk to Comet.
And so she is being, essentially, she's being adorned in her armor. Obviously, it's not plate in the same way that yours is, but it's master worked, master crafted, and it's more appropriate for her twin dagger Qatar style.
Yeah. We, I mean,
guitar.
with the air guitar, yeah. It's all in the book. I mean, this tuning fork has to still be like humming in our ears.
You can
so
feel it
it's
through
like,
your boot,
Yeah,
right?
It's like rattling your teeth. So it's like, yeah, let's go
has
down
to-
there.
it has to
Let's
happen.
get them now. We have to go.
It has to happen fast. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. It is my great pleasure to introduce Princess Comet of Dinar, Prince Schlauger, and Prawn.
Oh, you're Prawn.
Been working on it all.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
You have
I
to-
didn't know you guys knew.
It's because I didn't tell you.
Oh,
so,
okay. I was like, wow, you guys really fucking seem pretty low key about this. I think this is great.
We know.
Yeah. So
right.
the main thing to keep in mind is that Prawn, you are now being led with your older brother, a person about whom it's described obviously in there. We talked about it. Your relationship with Dinar is obviously very complex. How that complexity plays out, I don't even want to touch it.
Great.
I have absolute faith that you will be able to manage it. Everybody has character notes. I sent them a couple days ago. Hopefully they will provide high utilization. But you are being marshaled in this capsule along with these not Dragonborn, for lack of a better term, down to the lower gate of Dinar, which is your city, the city you had intended to perfect and rescue in your way, and is now being sieged by fully 3 armies.
Yes.
The great tuning fork has rung. That means the family is being called to the summit. A ritual you have undertaken before. Almost enough times that it became sort of a joke, like a family camping trip in some ways. That's actually true. So, Comet and Schlauger. Schlauger, your Hail Mary pass paid off a secret missive to Queen Sorsha, as she is dubbed now, has been met. Your force is now adjacent to an additional force. Not that success in this endeavor was well within the calculation, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. The morale factor alone. Comet. Consciously or unconsciously, things are going your way again.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. All right. So at the head, essentially surrounded by guards here, armed forces on the other side, there is a small place of absolute protection carved out in the larger part of the gatehouse for the 4 of you to speak.
I come in for hugs. Haven't seen either of you in a while.
Which one are you hugging first?
Comment.
Okay. You come in for a hug, and Comet's like, okay. Very good to see you too, little brother. I'm not sure under what pretext we're meeting right now.
I return the conquering hero.
What exactly have you conquered?
I found Nace. He's not dead. He's
Do we know
inside.
that?
You don't know this yet.
Yeah.
This is all new, brand new information.
What?
He's back.
Nace found his way back.
Yes.
From the dead?
He wasn't dead, as far as Malus had him, who I also saved and freed. It was a whole thing. I'm great.
This is the story he's been telling since he got here.
What is the relationship like between Prawn and Comet? It's pretty.
But-
We're not friendly right now, right?
Not friendly. Prawn is essentially, you were never truly under threat, but Prawn has essentially tried to secure with skullduggery and treachery what is not hers by birthright.
And you are younger than Dinar, so you're
Indeed.
like you're my baby sister.
Youngest.
Baby
Okay.
sister. That's correct.
So I look at you, and I notice there's something different from the last time I saw you, and like I'll get to you in a minute.
Prawn will remember that.
The text.
Yeah.
Everything you just said is complete nonsense. Everything that's coming out of your mouth, you
I'll
sound insane.
show you Nace.
I'll
He's
show you
inside.
Nace. He's inside.
What is this about?
Little brother.
Schlaggy, back me up here.
It's not time for your practical jokes.
I tell a guard to go get Nace. Because I'm like, if you're not going to believe me, he should be here. Family reunion.
I will wait. Go ahead, go get Nace.
They're looking at each other, and then eventually, however it happens, whatever mechanism they utilize, could be. It seems like it might even be pheromonal. The process is not observable. Yeah.
It's like a cat
No, it's the
spray.
neck. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not visible to the naked eye. They establish the order to leave, and there is a couple solid minutes here before he comes back.
Yeah.
Just
We're just,
give me
like,
some
quiet.
of the. Give me
It's like,
some
Okay,
of this.
yeah.
Nice army.
Thanks, I made it myself. So,
It's cool.
glad you like it.
I do like it.
Bars Malus too. How's he doing?
Yeah, how's
Good.
Vars Malus doing last time you talked to him? Is he doing really well?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Looking good?
Yeah.
Is he drinking enough water?
A bit. Probably. I
Are
don't
you
know.
drinking enough water?
No.
Look
Never.
after yourself, little brother.
Oh, thank you.
Why are you so nice to him?
Because he's a fool.
At this, Nace comes between Prawn and Dinar, just like breaks through them like a dam, and brings both of you. His stature and size is such that it is no effort for him to hug both of you harder than either of you have ever been hugged.
See?
Oh my god, this is.
Nice.
That's Nace.
It's kisses. It's kisses all over faces.
3 above the neck each.
This recites Good Night Moon.
And I think my best guess from Comet is that she is delighted to see Nace because this means
It's magic.
She doesn't have to do any work anymore. Right?
No, with him back
Yeah.
as the oldest, all the boring parts of this are being dealt with.
Thank Vars Malus, you are back. Where were you?
Nice.
Okay.
Dinar is trying to take credit for your return.
Again.
We should have one.
Tell him.
Well, it's
What the-
not.
No, first of all, sorry. We were wrong. Isn't entirely out of order here.
It is a weird coincidence.
I don't feel particularly compelled to say that.
Nace turns around, and it's now the 3 of them on this side, and Dinar and Prawn on this side, and he says, "Bro, it's not the time." Anyway, okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
he says, "Okay, so I was in a sword for a long time."
Oh.
It makes perfect sense.
Finally, something I can believe.
It's the first
Like,
reasonable thing I've heard.
Forever. But I'm back. The big guy, it's Vars Malus. He has a plan for all of us, and his plan for me was that I be in the sword.
That's a shitty plan. It didn't work out great. I gotta be honest.
How dare you?
But I mean,
Must be
you-
his name.
Have you looked around?
He's
Vars-
back now. This happened before he got back.
Well, tell him about your magic.
It works great.
Prawn just shakes her head.
It only works because someone made a Tiamat pact.
Shimmer scale, and he has been dispatched.
Tiamat.
What do you mean dispatched?
I mean, he will no longer be troubling us.
Did you like? Did you like?
In a,
Did you like?
in
Yeah,
a
what
way.
happened?
In a way.
In a way.
It's like,
Was it like?
In a
Much less graphic. But in his own way.
Well, that's great. That means this Tiamat garbage can go away. All right. Problem solved.
Yeah. Mom and Dad are still down, but and the tuning fork's ringing. Could probably hear it.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
You just sort of like, it's just like there's this something, it's like the interpersonal environment is fraught. And you thought that maybe that's what you felt in your teeth?
Yeah.
Just the anger.
But no. It is the fork.
Oh,
The fork has not rung for years.
How many years? 3?
3 at this point.
Okay. Fuck, dude. Does that mean we have to do a crawl?
Yes, it means we have to do
That's
the
what the ringing means, yeah. Historically.
If Varsmelis is really back, as he says,
We'll
we
go
need to
see
do
him.
the crawl.
Yeah. That's why it's ringing. You're welcome in advance.
Too busy to do this crawl. Okay. Can we just get it out of the way? Can we just go? Please. Dinar. Is that okay?
Dude, this comet is everything, I think is the May version.
I'm a very accomplished older sister.
It's the flex is so hot. So this argument, it should be said, follows in the armies instantly dismantle, build camp. These armies were swelled. The very towns you were sent to subjugate were very, very easy to bring back under banner to manage the Janari threat, which was existential for those small towns. But this argument rides in the whole way, and Nace sits on the throne.
I bristle.
He's and he here. Let me see. He says, "I don't like it either, kid. Somebody's got to do it."
So we're in the throne room?
Yeah.
So that tuning fork is then like...
Yeah.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
But it's rung. It is rung now, and it's getting. It's like if you have like the meditation chime.
yeah.
It's like down to just the high part of it now.
It's like 10 feet tall.
So he takes up his.
So it's...
The high part is very low.
No. It's like
massive.
it's like a fucking field goal posts.
Yeah.
Like it's the sport. So
First Mails is like, ding, ding, ding.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Day now.
Dinner time.
Meow mix. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bring me the mix. So there are, Nace has essentially taken up the position on the seat. There are 4 of you to perform the crawl.
Yeah.
This is your fantasy, right? I am interpreting your story the same way I would run a module
Yep.
from Dungeons and Dragons. Now,
Yes. Can we just DM? You want to be
no,
Dinar?
I got it.
All right.
Gifts are a fundamental part of it. And everybody gets to choose a gift, which in this case means they get to make up a gift from Janari society. Understanding that the dragon has not been spoken to in a very long time.
I have a senator with me. No, I'm joking.
He's a good.
He's a good senator.
A good boy?
The bestest senator. Who's a good senator?
Senator. I got
It's
a
you.
nice juicy
It's
one.
you.
Yeah.
No. Oh, let's
What,
see.
Dinar, can you give us an example of a gift so that we kind of know a template we could go off of? Like, what would be a Janari gift?
So are these the like the sword and the candle and stuff from
That's
the story?
separate.
Okay.
That's separate.
Oh, all right.
These are offerings.
Offerings.
Oh, for Vars Malus? Oh,
okay.
gifts for him. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Myrrh is a classic.
Yeah.
Oh, I have my whole dowry that I was going to use.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's like a make good.
yeah.
Most of the time, there was, I mean, it was a lot of normal dragon stuff. At the end of the day, he's still a dragon, so he likes to hoard. So it was always like gold and jewels and that sort of thing. But poetry, songs, like anything. So
Does
he
Dinar
might
have
like
a
it, he
little
might
poem?
not. No. No.
Bummer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for Schlager, it feels like it would be a pretty bog standard. Like, we have the gold and gems that he likes,
Yeah.
that he said okay to in the past. I'm not,
Why change it?
what am I,
Well,
am I
we
gonna
can
reinvent the wheel?
manufacture things on the way too. It's not unheard of.
Oh, okay.
I have a sculpture. I'm an artist, and so I have this really avant-garde modern art bullshit sculpture that I've been working on since I was very since I was young. I've always like brought art to Vars Melis, but this one's
On
not.
his fridge.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not done though. So that's why I was pissed that it's time for the crawl, because it's like, fuck, my sculpture's not done. Okay, so I bring it out and it's covered in a cloth, and you guys can tell it's just real bad. Like, even with the cloth covering it is derivative. There's not much going on here. I'm like, it's not done, so don't look at it, okay? I'm gonna finish it on the way. So
We won't even look at it when it's done.
thank you, Schlager.
It sounds like it
One
sounds like
person cares.
Does he?
does he? It sounds like
Yes?
you've forgotten what this entails. You usually bring paintings.
I'm upping my game. I'm avant-garde. I'm epoch spanning with my art. Okay, is what it says here on this sheet. So.
I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna say anything. It is like climbing K2 for the audience,
What is K2?
like Everest.
We get to climb Everest?
Yeah.
I'm holding a sculpture.
Exactly. That's why I think it's funny. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
fine.
I'm dragging a hope chest all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing their best.
I have like a writ that says you're going to get this.
I owe you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I owe you.
Ultimate pragmatism.
it's down there. You see, they're gathered around. It's fine. We'll bring it up when we have time.
Yeah, see?
I have a thin metal card, like a credit card, and it's a card of infinite weight. And you hold it with a glove, and when you hold it with a glove, it weighs nothing. And then when you put it on anything, it weighs infinite weight, and it can't be moved.
You had
Goes
this the
down into the
whole
earth.
time?
I was in the storeroom in the castle. It's just one of our many treasures, but bring your sculpture. I'm sure you'll like that too.
It's a sculpture of infinite art. So
Yeah, also good.
you look at it, you see infinite art.
All the interpretations.
It's like an immovable paperweight. It's like Thor's hammer, but you can only move it with a glove.
Any glove?
No, this is a special glove that goes with it. I don't know, I'm making this up on the fly.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
What a stupid item.
I put it on top of your statue, and I leave it there. I go,
Plummets through.
No, it just falls off.
No.
My statue's rounded on top, so nice try, Dinar. Anyway,
smush it into the statue.
This is getting good.
This is getting good.
so
Now break this thing I just came up with.
but it's like this. This is the tenor of this trip for days. Mm-hmm. It is getting dragged. Prawn, tell me how you were bringing it. At the very beginning, this box and what it represents has got to feel good.
So I feel like, I'm not going to actually tell you what I feel like because that would betray some stuff. But
That's fine.
I have this chest that's about like yay big that at the beginning didn't feel so heavy, but it's filled with like silver. It's got fabric in it. It's
Nice. Got a bolt.
got a whole bolt in there. But this thing is like the more the days go on, the harder and harder it gets, to the point that it's truly like pushing a boulder uphill.
This is baller.
And I'm regretting my choices, but symbolically, I'm like, I'm so determined at this point that I won't let anyone see how difficult it is.
nice.
The IOU is easy to pat.
I feel like I can't help but feel like it's a shabby looking offering in the light of other things, even though I know its value.
It's like getting concert tickets for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it just
like
doesn't-
lottery tickets. Like this could be like a lot.
It doesn't open like it's not presentational.
Right.
It doesn't feel good.
Sure.
You have to think of it like an investment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Getting it on the ground floor.
I'm annoyed at having to go through this. I think that other cities and other dragons, I don't know, do they have a bell that they ring?
They don't. They don't have to do a crawl, Schlager.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
don't.
us.
They don't have a great dragon god that they all
Well,
live in service of.
he was
which
great.
Seem like we're forgetting.
I remember him being pretty great at one point.
He's great. You should meet him.
Yeah,
I met him.
So great that Tiamat took over the town. But just saying.
Not all Dragonborn are burdened with the amount of responsibility that we have the honor of upholding.
Yes.
Okay, well, I hope that Varsmilos tells us where he was while we were upholding his responsibility. It'd be nice.
Yep, chat.
So,
I just want to say that Prawn hates de facto being on Dinar's side. And it just keeps working out this way. And me as Prawn keep trying to find ways for it to not happen.
It's funny because they are the two most antagonistic, but like generationally within the family, it's like Nace was first, and then you two were like a chunk, and then like Dinar and Prawn were a chunk.
Are we twins?
No, but you're like a
We're
year
in the-
apart,
we're in
and
the
then there's
middle.
like 5-6 years, and then they're like a year apart.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
and so
like
it's
one of that-
culturally.
It's one of
Yeah,
that
so we
sort
grew
of
up
like
together.
yeah.
You two grew up together. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Exactly. So with that invocation of responsibility on the part of their god, you manage the final crest, and you see a place that you have stayed before. Imagine that there is a cavern mouth that goes into absolute darkness. Imagine that ice and ice melt wreath this entryway. Icicles even now sort of dripping near the mouth, and then the rest of it is just this massive ice edifice. But this place is designed for a last rest before you enter into the true guts of the crawl. And it's again, you have done it enough times that you laugh while you prepare for it. Even though there are aspects of it that are strange and have cruel symmetries inside them, it's your honor, as Prawn said. It's your task, and you will endure it, even if some parts of it are occasionally strange. But the fire pit is just as you remember it, Dinar. It's ready to be utilized. There is a small pile of very, very deeply conspicuous stones just off of it. And then from up here, you can look down from as much of a remove as the castle was from the outer wall and see tiny armies, toy armies, arrayed at the base of Dinar.
While you're getting ready in this rock garden, you can know that the rest of the C team is cozy down in the castle, living it up. They saw that you were going to go up a mountain and we're like, bye.
Yeah, I guess Dinar was just like,
Enjoy that.
gotta go do a thing.
We'll stay here.
It's family stuff.
No, I bet it's fast.
It's family stuff, yeah.
They'll be right back.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a minute.
Nace denies you nothing.
Fantastic.
So while are you getting the fire going in this fire pit?
Yeah, I mean, Dinar's only done the climb once. It was like the last thing he did before he left. And then all of you have.
Prawn's done it before?
Prawn had done it, yeah.
Prawn has done it as well.
So I want to, while you're getting the fire going, there's like a very automatic helping out of armor that Prawn and Comet are doing. So a common is like standing behind Prawn and like removing.
It's like
the
getting
coal
dressed, right?
cauldrons. Yeah, but it's just like getting undressed, and it's just the duty that we have. Like, okay, we address each other because we're sisters. And I'm looking around this cave, and it looks a lot like the last time we were here. There's not been a whole lot, but I lean into Prawn, and I'm like, do you remember the last time we were here? I'm like lifting her armor off. You had a crush on that stupid boy from the lower city. Do you remember this?
I most certainly did not.
Oh, I remember, and I know that you remember too. And I have never told anybody, but that you would not stop mooning about that.
If you haven't told anybody, stop talking so loud.
Too late.
This is great.
And it's,
Great.
and it's like you can just hear it. You can hear these words just like dancing off of the smooth, flat rocks. It's like you know they can hear it in the town. You know that it is perfectly audible to the unaided ear.
I just like watch the words go spiraling down the mountain.
It's like one of those concave walls where it's like you can talk and it'll bounce off and you can hear someone like on the outside of the room crystal clear. It's like that, but like right down to like the Dinar newspaper.
Square.
Yeah.
And all the reporters are like, oh,
This is a
oh,
scope.
what a scope! Fixing the little card in his hat. Oh.
No, it's like licks his thumb.
Yeah.
Like licks his thumb. Right.
But I've got that as soon as your armor's off and I'm giggling, making you uncomfortable, I got my toothbrush out and I start scrubbing your scales.
I allow myself to be preened by you, but I look very flustered at the whole thing. And I'm eyeing Dinar building the fire with all the judgment in the world, ready to step in at any moment and tell him how it's done.
Schlager, there's aspects of this that are dynamic. The interior of the structure, the process, the cleverness of your ancestors, the wisdom of Vars Malus has created a kind of a sophisticated, not a trap if you know, but you are horrified to imagine what would happen to anyone not of the family and not bearing the wisdom to enter it.
Has it happened before?
Oh,
Attempts have been made?
its purpose is, this is basically the final,
Countdown.
yeah, doodaloo. This is essentially the last moat, essentially, before the dragon. And so it's designed with that in mind. So, but one of the rote, more or less automated processes is, and this is the sort of thing, it's like, imagine a situation where you've put a key under a mat. Now imagine a situation where you live in a place where you feel like you can just put the key on top of the mat.
Yeah.
That's more or less what happens here. This conspicuous stone pile, underneath it, there is a ruby just larger than a softball. And it is the first, most boring step to this process.
Yeah. While that you're raiding the fire and you're talking, yeah, I walk over to that pile to retrieve that ruby, which I assume we all know is there.
Everybody
We've done
knows.
this.
Everybody knows. In a way, it's probably a situation where it's like, everybody's just sort of waiting to see if someone else will do it.
No, but I'll do it because otherwise we'll be here forever.
I'm the oldest, so you have to do it.
Oh, I know. The old ways. So just talking to myself. Sometimes the best ways. Sometimes maybe not so good ways anymore.
And then a third, there's also the third way.
Different things could be good too. So.
What did you say, Schlager?
How goes the fire, Father?
Is your name Schlager or Schweiger? Schlager.
Slaughter.
I always forget. No.
Wow.
You're not that
Jeez.
So it essentially, and it won't be required for a little while, but it's always worth taking a closer look. It's trite. I mean, you can recognize this at a certain level, but
the cadence of the ritual is nice. Dawn's light, for better or worse, is captured by this gem and focused, and then it pierces the darkness inside the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The gem doesn't fit anymore.
In what way does it not fit?
I mean, the housing, essentially like the setting, like you would have in a ring, it is broken. The bottom portion of it is broken.
What the F? But in D&D terms.
Yeah. What thou F?
Ephesus.
Oh, Ephist.
Who was last to do this? Who was last to put the gem away?
It was,
It's been a long time, but
yeah, it was eventful. It was about 3 years ago.
yeah.
It was the only time I've done it. That was the only time I've been here.
And it fit then.
And it fit then. Yeah. What happened while I was gone?
Is there a way? Yeah, like, so people have made attempts. Is this okay?
Others may have.
So yeah, upon looking at this thing and seeing that it does not fit, it's clearly been broken. I say, what happened with that stupid boy from the city? How much did you tell him?
Did he do this?
No. I haven't told anyone about it. If anyone has been outside talking to outsiders, I make a motion towards Dinar, deflecting everything I can.
I'm just smiling at the fire. Like, this is great.
This is-
Isn't this great?
Family
You've been
back-
baiting.
Family back together, yeah.
Marshmallow.
They're less mean than normal. So it's like, isn't this great?
I'm looking around with the, now knowing that maybe someone else has been here. Maybe this isn't such a familiar, comforting, this is our spot as it was before. I want to see if there's evidence that
I
Things have
mean,
been
when you look at
changed.
it, it looks as though it's tampered with.
So it doesn't look like somebody had the wrong gem and was cramming it in.
No. It needs to be repaired. The structure needs to be repaired.
Okay. Well, as the most clever, surely I can figure it out. So I want to take a look at the housing.
Absolutely. You think that you need a chisel and you need a hammer. You need things that don't naturally occur.
I've got my sculpture out, by the way. I've taken the cloth off of it, and I've got my hammer and my chisel.
I go up to you and I say, "Thank you, Comet."
What the fuck, Prawn?
And I go, "Just for a minute."
This is 4 Vars Malus. What are you doing?
And I'm sure he'll love it in whatever
You're, like,
state
backing
you
away?
bring it in.
Artists overwork their pieces sometimes, and I'm
What are
worried
you
that
trying to say to me right now?
I'm trying to say that sometimes you overwork your pieces. And I think
Is this the time? Do you really think this is the time for that?
before we present it to our god, yes. I should have told you months ago. But now that we're here,
I should have told you months ago that your gauntlets look stupid. So
yeah, they were a gift, okay? And he sees what I'm wearing every time I come out of that room, all right?
he sure does.
So I got him on today again. And you know what? He's my friend. We're on good terms.
All right, I want to start hammering away at this thing.
Absolutely. Why don't you give me a dexterity check? So whenever you need, you have a set of statistics in your regular character sheet, and you can just utilize those if you ever need a check.
I will. 19.
Oh, that's yeah.
Dexy.
That's nice. So tell me what you do to make this modification. Are you trying to do it again elsewhere? Are you trying to mesh it with the old?
Well,
Are you
I'm-
trying to just solve it? Is
I'm
extemporaneous?
imagining-
Yeah.
That it's like the original hole is like stripped.
Yeah, exactly. It basically won't. It can't hold it
below.
Right, exactly. So I'm trying to make a new one, and I'm chiseling away, and then trying to fit it, taking it away, chiseling it again, trying to fit it. And I'm just, I'm a very particular person, so I feel like this is, like, this work makes sense.
The mouth of the cave is taller than you can reach at a standing height. How do you make up the rest of that distance?
Oh, no. I say, Dinar, let me stand on your shoulders.
Oh, this should be.
Let me use you like a stepping stool.
That doesn't seem like a necessary thing. I'm taller than you. I could just reach and do it.
I can do it.
But you don't have the skill, do you?
Be useful for once, Dinar.
Oh, man.
You've always told us how mean your
No, they
family
are.
is.
And that was his reaction. I'm tickled by all of this.
No, that was
Don't get me wrong.
No, I want to make sure that was in character.
Yeah, that was in character.
That old man was Dinar.
I don't know if you noticed me grinning this whole time.
Okay,
I'm
good.
very, very tickled by all of this.
Yeah.
This is surreal. And you go, all right. Yeah, he totally allows himself to be like bullied. Yeah.
Bullied by his family.
Yeah.
God.
But it's his job, right?
Yeah.
But he's getting it coming and going. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I want to say that I clamber up on him.
Yep.
I start chiseling away. Anytime I make a mistake, I look down and I go, hold still, Dinar.
Yeah. The one point of pride is he doesn't get on his hands and knees like a stool. He stands and allows himself to be climbed.
Like a standing stool.
That's his. This is my defiance. I will stand here while you.
Dinar! If your sister wants to make this way more complicated than it needs to be, you let her, all right?
Thank you, Schlarker.
And so, so you're basically trying to recreate it.
Yes.
Yeah. Like just to the side.
Yeah.
So you.
It's like hanging a picture and then
Yeah.
you just fuck.
Yeah. No. And it's like, but if there's going to be a picture over the top, so it's fine.
So it doesn't matter.
Just keep moving the nail hole up another inch.
Yeah.
After you finish the last few chips, just sort of like checking your work here, checking it with the gem. It's second nature by the end of it. Mm-hmm. And when you finish, there is only one mount.
Oh.
There is only the perfect mount that you remember.
A horse.
And it is
It's perfect.
perfectly
Eponia.
oriented toward the gem, which nests like a bird directly in its center.
I look up as like rubble and dirt. I go, great job. You did it, Prawn.
I don't need your praise. And I stick the gem in there and then I agilely jump down.
So it's, and I mean, you have basically the night to prepare, get rest. It's been a hard journey up here, but everything is ready for tomorrow's crawl.
Still concerned about why it was broken. Did it look like it had been, I'll ask you, Prawn. Did it look like it had been done in a very specific way, or had somebody just bashed it in?
So to me, when I said that it was stripped, it looked like someone had tried it too many times. So I say, it looked like someone tried it too many times.
And I hear it. And I think about that.
And I hear it too.
I also hear it.
I toss your chisel and your hammer back at you.
I don't know what my dex is, but I'm just.
Oh, they clatter to the floor.
They clatter to the floor. But I've definitely reached for them, and I'm like,
What was your
Damn it.
sculpture made of?
a stone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so maybe the chisel is not looking great.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Oh yeah. Like
It looks more like a crowbar. It's like
Yeah.
a forked
Rounded
tongue.
to a nub.
you ruined it.
It's a poor craftsman that blames his tools.
I'm not blaming my tools. I'm blaming you. And as soon as Mom wakes up, I'm gonna tell her. So you're gonna be in huge trouble.
Prawn looks nervous at that. Like that actually penetrated.
Yeah, she remembered that also. Is there any final preparations you'd like to make before we have the classic sun rising behind the mountain scene with the accelerated timescale?
In my headcanon, the reason I was doing the taking off and the cleansing of Prawn was because that falls to the duty of the oldest daughter.
Yeah,
In the
exactly.
in the
I love
zone.
it.
So that means that through the rest of this evening, I help all of you out of your armor, and I have to scrub all of your fucking scales. And the whole time it's just like, I cannot believe, but you have like 3 good berries in here. I don't even know
You get
how that
busy.
got in there.
People get busy. They have a lot of stuff to do.
Are you just not brushing your scales at all?
Sometimes.
And then with you, she's like, I've never even seen grime levels like this. How long have you been gone?
3 years? Well, longer probably.
Oh, and it's like a different
Time is
grind.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it's new grime.
It's new grime. I've never
Yeah.
left Dinar, except to like go out to these outside towns.
Yeah.
I've really never left the area. So you've got worldly grime on you. And I'm like,
Dinar also looks 50.
50. And
you look really good, though, I will say. You look really, really good.
thank you. Thank you.
You gotta support yourself.
Super bitchy though. Comment in
Yeah,
her
yeah.
head's like, "Ooh, city miles, yikes!"
Does everyone have the special treasures to deal with the thing or no?
You have the bag that has the treasures.
Okay.
Do you want to take a look at it?
Yeah. Well, not the gifts. Like
No.
The other things. For
The actual individual treasures for the journey.
for the trials. as it were.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll double check the bag. Yeah.
Yeah. The bag is completely empty.
What?
What's wrong, Dinar?
That bag is going to be a pretty.
You
shitty
know
gift.
that
I wasn't in charge of this.
You know that it was not empty.
It was not empty.
It was not empty.
at the start of the trip.
At the start of the trip.
Everything's missing.
How did you lose it?
How did I lose it?
How did you lose it?
I wasn't carrying it.
Who was carrying it?
He was carrying it.
Oh, damn it.
I wasn't carrying it. Off to the side.
Do I know what happened to it?
Immediately points to Sean.
Yeah.
It's completely like people have used this bag for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It-
These are
Shit does
Important-
not fall out of this fucking bag.
these are important relics. Yeah. So these are relics. This is table talk explanation.
Yeah.
These are relics necessary to get through
Yeah.
the different puzzles and weird rooms that are in there. Yeah, they all have like magical powers.
I'm gonna draw my flail and start stalking around this cave. Who's in here? Who's messing with us?
Oh, you can
You're
go
gonna
in
come
here
at
right
me.
now.
Like, it's in character.
I love it.
I'm gonna line the culprit and you up together, and I'm just gonna go bam, bam, bam.
Exactly. So the in the morn, the light, as I suggested, time lapse, right? Very tasteful cinematography. The show has a budget, basically. Is what I'm saying.
So it's
Probably in
like
New
stock
Zealand.
footage. Yeah, it's like you see the top of a building. It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
supposed to be there.
A helicopter shot through a city.
Exactly. And the extent to which individuals pay close attention to this is up to them. But it could be that it's something important to observe for some of you. Ultimately, Dawn's light interacts with this gem and the fixture in such a way that that light is projected into the cave, where it pierces that darkness and allows the family,
Yeah.
and theoretically, no one but the family, access to the incredibly dangerous inner portions of what is essentially a kind of temple to Vars Malus.
Or like Home Alone temple.
Yeah, it's
lot of
it's like,
traps.
yeah, imagine a dark Home Alone.
Okay.
And so, but you make, because this is the sort of thing that you pay close attention to, no one has ever had a good explanation for why the cavern, the tunnel that goes into the most sacred portions of this mountain. It's not clear why there's a lot of iconography in terms of the reliefs. There's a lot of iconography in the reliefs that is not dragonborn.
Is that unusual?
It seems pretty strange for your god's most sacred temple. It's not clear why. One implication is that Vars Malus is actually the god of all. No doubt he would appreciate that interpretation. It's also possible that there just isn't a good answer for it.
Is this new from the last time we were here?
No, it's always been the
I
case.
see. It's just weird. Okay.
But you do notice something. So that's sort of largely constrained on the left, and then it's the beasts of the air. You know, overhead. I mean, it's if we're being honest, it's a little much. But it's like that movie you watched when you were a kid, and it just doesn't have any flaws, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you were to do it. In fact, as you're paying close attention to where the figures are indeed draconic and specifically culturally Janari, because they have tails, you are sure that this represents this generation of the royal family.
Okay.
And so you can sort of see figures that you can interpret artistically. You would probably have done yourself in a different way. In fact, I would like you to roll to see if you can keep from doing it.
All right. Am I adding anything?
Let's see what the number is, and then we'll
Okay.
take a look at it.
That's a 3.
Can't help yourself.
To keep
No,
from.
no. I mean, and the tools are not in a good place.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's just a couple tiny changes you would make. I mean, the tail is a little plump, frankly.
The one on mine?
Yeah. It's a
did
little
not look like that.
generous. It's like this is like your 14-year-old school picture. Yes. There's a lot of forehead.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Nothing to be ashamed of.
I want to like face tune it.
No, but as you come in, and obviously you're very, very close. Everyone can see this, by the way. I want to make sure that everybody understands that this sacred structure is having some mods put in. There are to your right, before, who are clearly iconography. You know, from an iconography perspective, representing the king and queen. There are two figures between you and your parents. Two distinct figures.
Okay.
One looks like Nace, and the other one also looks like Nace.
Oh. Okay, so the depictions are identical.
Yeah, it's as though there are two of them.
And is the rest of the family accounted for in this?
It looks like it.
Okay.
And then there's some artistic license, but these generations go back and back and back.
Cool. All right. Okay, so I noticed this double Nace thing as I'm like, my butt is definitely rounder than this, and then I'm looking to like make sure that I look good with the rest of the family, and then I see these two.
It looks like a coherent piece.
Yeah, it does, and I'm like, was that Schlager? Come here.
What are you doing?
Don't judge, okay? This was a terrible piece. But look, have there always been two of Nace here? Have you ever noticed this? Like, there's me, there's you, there's Prawn, there's whatever his name is, Dinar, and then there's Nace, and then there's another Nace.
Well, this obviously is coincidence. That's like, yeah, that's the same number, except it's not, except there's one more.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, is this?
Yeah, it's weird that this is similar, but not us. I mean, they are of Jannar.
But like, did Nace have a brother, like a twin? I don't remember anything like that.
I await the answering of these mysteries to the great Vars Malus. Long may he reign.
You are useless, brother.
Is everybody gonna break something in here? Is that what we're doing?
No.
No. I'm.
You guys, you can hear this conversation. This wasn't like
Yeah.
a secret conversation. Everything we just said, y'all can hear too.
I come over to look at it, and I want to perceive if it was done at the same time.
You mean, does it all look like a coherent?
Does it look newer than the other pieces?
Oh, I see.
Interesting. Yeah,
Roll.
yeah. Go ahead, please roll.
Every time I get to do the perception, I'm very excited about it.
Council.
Which one's
Do
first?
that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Can we do
This
that
one?
one?
Your inadvertent servant, Prawn Serenvix Dinar, has offered you a boon.
Prawn
Isn't
Serenvix,
it-
monster.
They're all great names.
This is my old dice, which I'm very sad to see go. But
Look at that
may it roll many 20s for you.
Look at that precious text.
That's a good beef.
So we will dish it up. This.
One last time.
Yeah, one last time. Let's see what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
One more
12.
time. Oh,
Not,
lucky
not
number
a 20.
12.
Get out of
If it had
here,
been a
12.
20, though,
We won't stop,
If it had been a 20 though,
dude. I know, right? I would have
But
given
like,
something else
can
away.
you imagine if it would have been though?
I can.
Yeah.
But like, what if it was?
What if it was?
Oh my god.
There's no way it would have been.
But like, what if though?
I see you. I see where you're going.
So you have this portion of the tunnel. You have seen as much or more as any Gennari royal. You've paced this first portion of the cavern alone for clues, for hints about what you should do. And you don't know if you just never noticed it before, if it wasn't Comet's artistic eye that revealed it. It isn't trying to represent some a generic high family. It's specific and particular and real. But the idea that there was a second figure there is new information.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm unsettled by this, but I don't really have much to say about it.
Dinar.
No, there's a lot of weird stuff in here. I've only been in here once. There's elven architecture and dwarven, and it's all a mishmash, hodgepodge the whole way through anyway, so it's not that weird to him. He's only also been in here once. Also, he's very hangdog and upset, A, that he thinks he lost those weapons,
All the shit.
and B, how this feels impossible without them. He's very, very scared.
And you told us all that the bag was empty, or no?
Yeah. That
yeah.
happened out there.
Yeah.
Right,
And so
right.
you know as well as he does that. I mean, typically the portion, there are things that change, but there are traps on traps on traps for a purpose. They're here for a reason, and without a candle of mysterious origin and manufacture, but one that the family has always had to navigate it. This is a death trap.
Well, without that candle, this is a death trap. So I think we should probably just go back down.
Well, we can't do that,
Do
obviously.
that.
Why not?
Without the candle, without the sword, without your gauntlet, I don't know how we do it, but you've done it more than I have.
Yeah,
you
never
guys.
been without those things. So
Yeah, I think we have to go back.
Okay.
What's the point? Did Varsmelis bring us up here without those tools so that we may be destroyed and not receive his wisdom? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We find out where they are, who took them,
Yes, someone took them.
and we make an example of them.
I didn't lose them. Someone took them. And that's firmly established.
Well, someone took them from you.
Yes, I'm but a foolish child.
That's true. On this, we all agree.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. Hey, when you're right, you're right.
Maybe you just dropped them on the mountain when you were thinking about
No,
donuts
they
or
were
whatever.
stolen from me on the mountain. We've all said it. You were there. You heard it.
You heard it said by many
You heard
people.
it said. Everyone's talking about it.
If I go back out to the front of the, like, we didn't walk that far into the cave, right?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, basically, once the veil is sort of parted of this darkness, you could emerge quite easily.
Are there any extra, like, now that there's light of day, are there any extra tracks around?
Give me a roll.
17.
The place is pretty well trodden. You don't think that you see a step out of place or a step that doesn't conform to the royal family's armor.
Okay.
You see 3 spots where everyone's sleeping, but only 3 of them have drool puddles.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
And
3?
That's
Who didn't drool?
and that's where he carried you. If you'd be so kind, Josh.
Look at all those charges, damn.
I rolled a 3. And I'll show you, after this season, I'll show you what my table actually looks like.
Okay.
When we go out and get drinks, I'll show you.
Okay.
There are, you don't notice anything out there. You sort of bring your arms in front. There's a wicked Arctic wind coming up from the valley. As you go back in, it's like almost in the distance you can hear the sounds of chipping stone and nails being pounded in. As you come back in, you can also hear something like a work whistle or hum.
In the cave?
In the cave, it's completely dark all around you, and you just hear this joyous sound of toil, of someone working. And as you pass through that veil a second time, on the ground, almost in puddles, it's as though like someone was working by candlelight. And the more you look, the more of these puddles you can see, as though they worked primarily in the dark to fashion this cavern. And you think that there's actually enough to gather together to rebuild the candle.
Oh, great.
Thank you, Josh.
I start muttering to myself about being the smart one, and actually, I don't start collecting it myself. I say, Dinar, see this? See all this? Pick that up.
What is it?
It's wax for the candle. We're going to remake the candle.
The candle?
Yeah, we're going to remake a candle so we may find our way through. We can make our way through this without the artifacts, or maybe whoever took the artifacts went ahead of us, and we'll find them in there, and we'll deal with them.
I mean, I guess
I
we
mean, that
only did get the
tracks.
candle for the first part.
I mean, the candle is most important, except for the end. Probably. I don't know. You guys know better than me. I just start picking up wax.
So it's like
I'm a dumb baby.
Yeah, imagine that you have entered the raid with the hard flag enabled.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. With any luck, whoever took these things ventured only a little further in, was destroyed, and we could just collect them in the next chamber.
So I take like a piece of embroidery from thread from my own garment.
Nice. Just pull it out.
Run it through the
Tiamat
wax. And I start to I take the wax from Dinar.
I'm so glad you know how to make
I
it.
start fashioning a candle, and I'm rolling it. And then I make a really shoddy candle. It's all like lopsided and stuff, but
Yeah.
That's hideous.
It's like a smushed thing.
and then I say, it is art.
Ugh, it says I have advantage when observing and interpreting art.
It's true.
I'm gonna observe and interpret this art.
I have advantage when I'm lying.
I got 2 sixes.
I got a 12 and a
Ah,
7. Ignore that. So
yeah, you did.
it's art.
It's, you know what, now that you say it, I think Marsmelis would really like that.
Avant-garde. It's nouveau. It's nouveau.
Any sword pieces lying around?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are gonna
Any
need
pieces
this
of the
regardless.
gauntlet you
Yeah.
see? Can we piece together?
One thing at a time.
We could go back down for the other pieces if we can't get any further.
Yes.
We waited for 3 years.
Yes.
One day, it's not going to kill this guy.
No. No, we push forward.
Yeah, we push forward. Yes.
No, I said.
We need to see him. We need to see him. I freed him. He's back. Everything's better.
Come on, let's just go.
We need to learn the
Let's
truth.
go. Let's go.
Everything's been fixed.
Not by you.
See with his smushed.
All right, so who is? It's just like down through
Yeah,
the
it's
hands.
just like-
It's
it's like Play-Doh.
It's like mozzarella.
I hand Dinar the candle and I say, "You will have the honor of going first."
And this,
You know,
and
this
you
old
know that this is
fucking
not the
chestnut.
first time
Yeah.
they have made you do it.
This chestnut. Fine, so I go first.
Okay, so
As soon as you walk through a passage, there's some kind of childish crap that Comet does to be like, Dinar was first, smells like Rudnick.
That's fair.
I imagine her going
good.
like, "Draw like that." Oh, just kidding.
so you light it.
Yeah.
Tell me what you do next.
I'll go into the next room and with the candle lit.
Yeah.
And
so
they're like 5 steps behind. And then
yeah.
what happens? What do
So
I see?
well, so your recollection is that the second, like the sort of grand room that's entered in next
Yeah.
is a lot better put together than this. Like this looks as though it's like a partially dismantled Rubik's Cube where through like seams in like the stretched out wood of the floor, you can see chains and gears just like humming and working tirelessly all around you in what you know perfectly well are at least 100 distinct murder devices.
Yeah. And they all light up.
Oh yeah, exactly. So as you come in and raise it and raise the candle, you can see, you hear like a click behind you. And so the rest of the family is, maybe 5-10 feet behind. And you hear a click behind you and a massive, flat-faced steel hammer comes up from behind and strikes you full in the back. And you are knocked clean 20, 30 feet into the room where a massive twin-bladed axe on a counterweight sort of spins around and then comes up from beneath. And he's flung around like this. And this is, it's vitally important to understand that this is the second time this trick has been played on him. Because in addition to the candle offering a visibility on these traps and the mechanisms of their operation, it also confers upon that person a kind of invincibility from damage, if not 100% from pain. And so
This is 100% success rate.
no, I mean, this is like, for the rest of the party, the sort of gateway into this room has just become a kind of grisly television. Imagine a malevolent mechanical cat just toying with prey. And it's as many as 10 minutes pass. So the device, this is not the way that it's supposed to work. It's a good thing that the candle was reconstituted because there's supposed to be clearances. The purpose is for you to go in, see them, avoid them. He is being flung from traps that you would never arrange this way on purpose. The room itself mechanically has sustained some kind of a damage.
Yeah.
But after 10 minutes, Dinar, of nonstop automated vivisection.
I mean, there's no damage. He's fine.
No, I mean, although he's little
going for-
happy because it was like poorly reformed. So it's like, I'm glad it still was
No,
working.
there has to be that
Just
moment
like
where
a-
it's like,
just,
okay, is
yeah.
this?
But it's like the function of it is it's a trap trigger. You go in, you can step on anything you want, and you set it. You can see where it is. You can set it off, and you won't get hurt.
So, but it takes longer than you remember.
Well, yeah, it's just like going through like a mousetrap. The board game. It's like a big
and it's like,
Rube
like,
Goldberg machine.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it's all axes on every side.
Yeah.
And then there's like a corner maybe that should probably be checked
Yeah.
just in case. It's a full 20 minutes to generate a path that sort of trickles through this, just sort of like flows naturally through this profoundly damaged kill box.
Once everything's all set off and it's all done, then he just comes back to the doorway like panting with like an arm on the thing.
At
just,
one
like,
point,
holding the
at
candle.
one point, a razor sharp net extends over the room and just goes right through.
Ooh, that looked like it had to hurt.
He says, all right, the room's all clear. Then the net comes through. And he goes, now the room's all clear.
They're like giant ballistas in the corners, like keenly observing everything that occurs in it. Like, bolts the size of spears or pike staves installed at the ready, refreshed via some hidden secret mechanism.
I don't even speak to you as I pass, but I am speaking to you. And I go, he did such a good job. I once heard Daddy say that that's the whole reason they even had Dinar, was just for this room. He does a really good job, I think.
We're all proud of you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
We're proud of your body.
Yeah.
You kept hold of the candle. That's worth something.
You got a strong grip.
It's not nothing.
That means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
And they
candle
give
holder. Okay.
Schlager a big hug.
calm down.
No, it's like, no, thank you so much.
All right.
He's just dirty, just dust and dirt.
That's not necessary.
So as you're able to figure out this, occasionally there's occasional like whorls and dance-like maneuvers in the passage through this room, and Prawn, you have a clear memory that doesn't feel like your own memory.
Okay.
But the perspective is from your own body.
Okay.
Of the candle falling down deep into one of these cracks and disappearing into darkness. And you having to go back and escape the room without the benefit of the candle. And it is compressed horror.
Okay, well, I steady myself for a second. I don't let anyone in on this. But when we dance our way through this, I want to turn, look at the room, and I want to look at our path a second time.
What are you trying to find?
I just want to know it better.
I love it. Give me a check to give yourself an advantage later if you need it.
Okay. 19.
Yeah. If you have to do this again without the assistance of the candle or the assistance of one of your siblings, you will definitely have an advantage on that roll. Shadow Council, may our labors please you.
Wow.
Thanks so much for rolling through.
fast.
That's the end of this.
Prawn will remember this.
We have a whole whole other hour to manage it. It's all right. It's fine. We're gonna go take full advantage of the facilities. We'll come back and we'll learn a little bit more about the Dinar Blitzend family business. Thanks so much. Hello. I'm Jennifer K. Horkrims. Welcome back to Tessie Teams. When last we saw our heroes, they had just emerged from a exquisitely deadly
Not to us.
Well, no, yeah, not to you.
Not to anyone.
Your brother Dinar was able to absorb a lot of the kinetic force and also the blades. He was able to.
Dinar means blade magnet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in Janari. But having passed through this, your younger sister Prawn casts one glance back into the room. You got it mapped. It's mapped exactly right to specific knots in the floor. Like everything is calculated relating to everything else. Like you could do it. If you had to do it with a blindfold on, you think you could probably do it.
Somebody's getting out of here.
Right?
Not leaving Nace alone down there.
As you pass through, occasionally in the sort of connective tissue between larger rooms, Dinar gets caught by another delicious surprise that he is able to rally. But he does catch the occasional ballista bolt, and it's fine. It's I mean.
This goes on like
Ooh, that had to sting.
for hours. It's just like, but he's like all like dusty and beat up, just tired, but not like physically hurt.
This is definitely fodder for the trailer for the movie.
But just like,
Yeah.
all these scenes.
it's going great. Just this is actually not that bad.
Yeah, this is a really good climb.
This could have been way worse. This
It's
is
a great climb this year.
This is a good climb. Yeah.
yeah. This is a great climb. This is a good climb. I'm having so much fun.
It's just so good to see you.
It's so good to see you guys.
Best climb. It was better than the other climb, actually. Probably the best climb that's ever happened.
Yeah.
The sort of dim light of the connecting tunnel, worked stone. Inside the next room is it looks like a starfield in some ways, but the closer you get to it, you can see that this is a room that you have been in before. It's the room specifically has a toll. Like I was mentioning before, there are certain cruelties and asymmetries to the crawl that are always sort of held in it, no matter how it might be different. There's certain agonies that it seems to relish in. And
It's like the oeuvre.
yeah, it's a tone. It's a tone. I'll describe it as you remember it, and then I'll describe it as it is now. The room that you recall is defined largely by a kind of almost blue sapphire gleam. Imagine murals with hundreds of thousands of small tiles, and then at the end of each of these sweeping, almost aquatic shapes, blue sapphires glint at the extreme edges of each of these connected organic shapes. In the very center is something like the sort of wishing well you would hear about in a story, except it rises up in a smooth arc from a octagonal dais in the base, sweeps up, and then at about chest level, there is a vessel that had a silvery, almost like mercury-like fluid that dwelled in it. And the weird game that your ancestors, or perhaps in the wisdom of Vars Malus, the weird game they were playing with you then was that you had to grant it an important memory. And then that would allow you to go on beyond there. But the aperture that allows exit from this room is perfectly open. And this room doesn't have any of that pride that it had. Because remember, this is a room that is here to demand things of people, and they have to do it. This room has no power to make that command now.
Wow.
The vessel itself is utterly shattered, as though by an act of violence or a seismic disturbance. And the strange material that it held within the crucible is now distributed over a series of ever smaller pools. And so this material, even just at your approach, seems to sort of slosh and thirst as new memories enter the chamber.
I'm I don't know, dueling emotions. Glad we don't have to do it, but freaked out that it's all smashed and messed up. But so it's like a shaky sigh of relief. Like, oh, this is always one of the bad ones.
I want to crouch down where these little pools
Absolutely. It's largely, like I say, it's something like a constellation of pools of varying sizes, but it's largely concentrated in a few, maybe because it has this ability to move and scoot.
There's like I imagine Comet with she probably has canonical art already in your head, but she's got like this sort of this fan of spikes that are decorative around either side, and for the most part they've got like membranous tissue between them, and she's had them kind of fanned out, very like showy this whole time.
Do you want to know what she looks like?
Yeah.
She has, in the way I wrote her was she has horn, like they all have horns.
Right.
She's got horns that curl.
Oh, cool.
And she has glasses. So I didn't put this together
Horns
until
and
just
glasses.
now. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm working
so
from a text.
She's got these curly horns, and above them is this like fleshy little spikes that are held together like a lizard. And she's had them. They're like usually quite relaxed, but as she kneels next to these pools, the spikes are like drawn back, like a cat that's like scared of something. And she's not doing it on purpose, but if you guys know her well enough, like you would be able to know that this very rare moment where Comet is like actually kind of afraid, and so she crouches down next to this puddle just to see if she can see like it doesn't make sense, but what if you could see the memory that was given by the person who was here last, that would have last triggered it. That's her thought.
Yeah. You begin to see something shift in the surface of it. Almost imagine like a milk skin, almost. Like, so the surface of it begins to sort of pinch and shift until you're granted something like almost like a monochromatic version of it. It needs to be, I mean, you have to interpret it because you're missing a lot of the information. But you can see, here, you can see a person walking through what you think might have been the long sort of gullet that you traveled through at the beginning to enter into the rest of this temple. And he reaches out with his left hand to sort of trace along the reliefs, and you can see that he's actually missing two fingers on that.
Is it like a dragonborn hand, like
Yes,
claws?
absolutely
Okay.
scaled, absolutely claws at the
fingers
end.
missing. Okay.
And you can see that two of the fingers are missing on the left hand. And he pushes deeper into this place, but you're not seeing the traps. Like the interior structure of it isn't keeping him out. And it's not clear why, because it's never extended this to you.
Okay.
And you can see him sort of back against a wall, almost wasting away, and deeper into the cavern. And then you can see his mouth moving weakly,
and you can see next to him, like next to his leg, you can see a plate of food materialize.
Oh.
And later on, you can see him, his mouth moves again, and he has a crutch to walk on, and he is, in a violent animal way, scooping this food off of the plate into his mouth.
Is there anything about this figure that I recognize?
Other than the fact that he is a dragonborn, and it should be noted that he has a tail, though it is long and thin.
Okay. Okay. I turn, and the sibling that I'm closest to is Schlager, and I've still got that that worried kind of frill, and my eyebrows.
I love it so much.
My eyebrows are drawn down, which is not an expression that you see very often, and I want to beckon you over and point one claw into this water for you to see what I'm seeing.
Yeah. So Schlager, as you approach it, you can see you just seeing the end of him gorging himself on this plate. He throws the plate away, moves his mouth again, and there's another larger plate. And you can see him look at the crutch, throw the crutch away, move his mouth again, and the crutch that he receives after is gem encrusted.
Okay. Interesting. And I say,
At that sort of fades and melts into the pool.
okay, kind of under my breath, just to you, I say, do you know a dragonborn with 2 fingers missing from the left hand?
Do you all right? But does it ring any bells for me?
This doesn't match with any of the stories you have been told about your family's long and illustrious history.
Long tail. What are this?
Just not robust. Not this. You wouldn't be proud of this tail.
Like a rat.
That's it. And he had the longest, this long skinny tail. It was gross. It was a gross tail. It's not a tail that I've ever seen.
What are you two doing over there? Are you tired already?
Yeah, look at it.
And the frill comes back up. Like, I just had a very important and relevant vision, thank you.
Care to enlighten us?
You did.
See?
It was good.
I'll tell you guys what I saw.
That's fine. The door's open, so we can go to the next room.
Yeah, but this guy is crawling around in
the
our
puddle?
crawl.
Is he in the puddle?
Well, not currently.
Well, then we can go to the next room. We'll catch him. Or find him.
Dinar, I don't remember telling you you are allowed to interrupt me right now. I'm trying to talk to you, and I'm the oldest.
So Prawn, this dark energy beam becomes coherent.
Yes.
At your foot, you can see a puddle shift, and that skin starts to draw itself up, and you see yourself in the puddle, and you are placing a letter into the full perfect version of the well.
Yes.
In the center, and it's multiple pages, and you can't recall what the letter was or what it was about.
Do I look? I can see myself.
But you, either of you could see it.
We could.
Oh,
You could if you were to look over it, like if you were able to pull yourself away from this classic argument.
I think I at least.
You sure can, but not me.
No. This room is dangerous. I want to get away from this room.
And
Okay, yeah, I go over and look at this.
and you can recall that moment where it was Prawn's duty to pay the toll then, and she fed the same way that you would feed a hated letter or a letter that terrified you into the flames. A letter from her fiance that she was betrothed to at that time.
That boy from town.
I look at it, and I know well enough that I don't want to know what it is I forgot. But I also know I know not to touch this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it and like just kind of like cast a down glance at it and turn away as soon as I can.
Absolutely.
And I say, I go, let's go. Enough time's been here. This room is no more.
So Schlager, you see
Just a second.
in the half a pool of about half this size, you can see a boy. You can see strong hands shackle him to chains that lead heavily away from him. And it looks exactly like Nace. And these chains go back in a great hall, and they go back farther than you can see. And you can see that strong hand makes the final clasp, and then you can see your father's face. And as he is walking away, you can see your mother's face screaming at him. And she does that until the pool goes still.
Which, from the point, I'm assuming these are from a point of view?
Not all of them.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't know who's it belonged to.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. This is a terrible room.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We all know.
Dinar.
Take a look. And
That's
then
what
we'll
I
go.
said before.
Already walking out with a candle first.
I have my eyes on you, Dinar. I'm watching every move you are making.
Good. Watch all the traps I set off. Follow so you don't die. And then like
fine.
storm out.
Got my sculpture all in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also the dowry.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, drag, squeak,
terrible
squeak,
idea.
squeak, squeak.
Thank God you're getting rid of it in the room to haul it back through the trap zone.
I think it's so crazy that you don't remember that boy from town. I can't believe it. You like wouldn't shut up about him for the longest time. You're
Oh,
You're right,
let
how
us go to the next
I had all
room.
those letters from him. Don't you remember? God.
So Dinar, you begin to take the first in a flight of steps up, and looking off to your left and right, you can see little pieces of rooms that you remember before. You can see, it's as though they're all arranged. Imagine that you're walking through a warehouse of possible rooms. Imagine that you're looking through like a Home Depot trap warehouse.
Like an IKEA.
Yeah.
I get to see each little.
Imagine a dark IKEA.
Yes.
And you're looking to the left and right. You can see them just in chains, as though you would select one. And once you get to the landing of this step, you immediately remember what's next, which is that the next set of steps off of this go off in some insane direction. It goes off in some direction your stomach doesn't like. And the path that you are carving through this Escher nightmare just travels through a million bad ways this can go.
I look for the good way.
Give me a perception roll.
I was going to say for
Let me take advantage because I got
Yeah, why
so
don't
many.
you?
for your benefit,
17. Good thing I did.
I relate to you what I saw
Oh, okay.
as we're walking to this next room.
Are you sure?
That's what I saw.
Somebody gave that memory up.
So you are, you can see in all the different ways that these stairs can connect. You can see one that leads into a lit, more or less pleasant, almost museum-like hall of warrior statue figures. And that's something that everyone remembers.
That's the entrance to the dragons, the main thing.
Yeah, the main event,
Yes.
as they say.
Domain event. I like it.
I nodded. That's almost like a laugh.
It's
And
nature's laugh.
yeah, it's nature's trash. And
It's like
so
your head laughing,
Yeah.
but not the mouth.
Or the brain.
Or the brain, yeah. Or their ears, really.
So you're able to, family in tow,
Fucking hate you today.
you're able to travel through the first portion of this, basically surrounded on all sides by giant, like massive emblems of Janari martial prowess. Though the armor from whatever period this is from is a lot. It's a lot.
Is this the part where we usually have a sword?
No. In fact, you never saw the room here that would have required the sword.
Oh, okay.
That's a specific room. You can recall it. That is a basically like a vampire door. It's like a gate that's also a vampire.
Why would you go through that gate?
If you had the opportunity
And
to
avoid
not,
it, yeah.
if you had the opportunity to not do it, you would.
But this is the familiar hallway with
The foyer,
with all the
essentially.
statues of the warrior.
exactly.
So
And-
we assume the other room then is broken. Like much of this has been.
Well, most of this,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, imagine conceptually a chain that goes over the doorway that says "closed for maintenance"
Yeah.
on swathes of this having been interacted with, or and you can cast your gaze out into those different rooms, and if you look closely, the place is in varying states of disrepair.
And it's never the same twice. The idea was that it was like a roguelike almost.
Yeah.
It was like procedurally generated. So, because if it was the same room every time, you would just be like, all right, step here, do this, do this. So it's like a roguelike, but with a few key bosses that are always the same.
And what do we know to expect in this room in particular?
Oh, I got you.
All right.
Don't
It's a
worry.
bad room. Like we all get weapons out.
Oh,
Okay. All right. I got my a very ornate crossbow. It's not gilded with gold, it's gilded with copper. So, but it is extra. It's that same spiritual existence as that extra ass armor on
Right.
all of these statues.
Yeah, it's the same era,
Yeah.
same
Oh, yeah.
energy.
Yeah, same energy.
I take out my flail, which actually matches the dumb-looking gauntlets that I have.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Came as a set.
Uh-huh.
I see. Yeah.
Not a big deal.
There's a sale.
I imagine Prawn's Qatar is just like all business, like no gilding,
Nice.
nothing, just like
Well, it's like
Death.
Let's
Like
say that it had
matte black.
Yeah, it would have been. It wouldn't be a good investment,
no,
right? It's this thing spends most of its time in people's guts,
yeah,
right? So at the
Wolverine.
end of this hall, surrounded, potentially even inspired by these, draconic martial paragons, you once you have left that path, you enter into something like a circular room supported by immaculate marble columns that seem to dance off into a ceiling so high that it seems misty the nearer it gets to the top. And standing at the very entrance of the chamber of Vars Malus is a gigantic
15 feet in height marble statue that stands at the ready and is 100% prepared, as you are well aware, because you have had to fight it in the past, to murder even members of the royal family.
God, I hope they broke this room.
It sounds like it's ready to fight.
Does it look like
So, it's
It
Well,
look-
we've beaten this thing
busted near it?
before.
so.
Right now,
No.
as you enter the room, it is before that gate, and it is
It's already
ready.
a statue?
It's basically it is in statue mode, but it is like basically like it looks like it's like freeze framed, pre-pounce.
But it's not a guy. It's turned into a statue.
This is a statue.
Has it always
Okay.
been a statue in our memory?
In the past, it's an individual.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we
All right.
find
Well,
it,
should I just explain what the little
Yeah.
story hook was? So the idea is like the first time Dinar does this, he goes down this hallway and there's all these statues of this like warrior, and it's like, oh, all these different warriors. Then he realizes it's the same warrior. Then he realizes that warrior is there guarding the gate, and he's like, oh my gosh, this guy is like super strong, and he's powerful, and it's scary, and he beats the crap out of all of them. The only reason they can beat him is because Kamen has a gauntlet, and she touches him with it in the middle of a fight, and it turns him into a statue. And then they present the statue to Varsmalis. And then he puts it in the hallway, and they have to fight him again every single time. But without that glove, he's like invincible, is what they think.
I'm the everyman character here, and you're describing it to me and why. And you're concerned, like, yeah, everybody knows this. And I say, one of the memories I gave up was Dinar. So this is good to know.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the puzzles we did, not that one. Not a lot.
God, no loss there.
So
No offense.
if he's already a statue, I go from
we're
like
good?
mega on edge
Yeah.
to,
No,
all right,
it's broken.
yeah.
I don't.
Somebody did it.
Somebody
Yeah.
lost the gauntlet, so
Well, they're doing all the work for us, which is nice.
yeah, I guess. All right, so we approach.
Yeah, the statue sort of creaks into terrible life and stands up and then brings its hands together in a timeout type motion.
Chill.
Like,
This is like, but this is a holy symbol in
oh,
Dinar. Like,
yeah.
that you
yeah.
have
no,
to
no,
respect
no,
it.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
it's so holy that like every other member of the family just sort of like, it's like a genuflection. Like they have to like, you're like drawn powerfully into the
like,
need
oh.
to make the,
I put my crossbow right on the ground,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Because it's forming a little
agreed,
mountain.
Agreed.
See, this is a little mountain.
It's like,
yeah, it's the Great Mountain.
It's the Great Mountain. And this is Varsmalis at the top.
Right, and we're not
Here's
there
the
yet.
church.
We're not there
But
yet.
it's like, stop
It's
here.
like, stop.
Here's the summit.
Yeah,
Here's the dragon.
Here's the dragon. Open the doors. So the timeout symbol is presented,
and
suggested,
respected.
And,
yes.
yeah,
and respected, and returned.
received, yeah, and returned.
Absolutely. And also with you.
and a voice. It's like in adventure movies when marble slabs rub against each other. That's sort of what the voice sounds like. There's like a hiss, but there's also bass.
Yeah.
And it says, I don't know why it has to be fighting every time. I'm more than that. That's not the deal I entered into, fight forever.
Did somebody come through here already?
I don't
we
let 'em-
done this
No, I
yet?
don't. I wish that they had, because I could have entered into a new arrangement with the family, and we could be doing things a different way from now on. I say poetry competition, maybe riddles. I don't know what the kids are doing these days. What sounds good to you four?
Prawn, I will say, kicks ass at riddles.
That's true.
Well, listen to this one, young lady. I got a great one for you. What?
Weapon's still ready, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm still timing out.
Say,
I got respect.
what is round at dawn, sings at noon, and is as cool as the coolest night?
Rounded Sings at noon.
No, round at dawn.
Round at dawn.
Round at dawn. That's
Sings at
round,
noon.
and then at noon, then that's when the singing happens, and then, but it's also as cool. Imagine a cool night. It's that level.
I'm sorry, cool as in
The
great?
coolest night. No, like the temperature.
The temperature.
Temperature.
Okay. It's cool, it's round, it sings.
What do you think? I think this is. I don't know how you guys feel. I feel like this is already going better.
I'm honestly not listening. I'm playing this like the most like bitchy Mona Lisa Dinar character that I possibly can.
Okay, so I'm upset because I actually know a lot of riddles. This is Amy talking.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed I don't know this one.
This is a good one. This sounds like an original.
Round it down. So like this is like the youth, middle age,
Maybe.
old, I'm thinking.
It's just Vars Malus. The answer to everything is always Vars Malus.
He's like, just walk through it. Just take it for a walk.
Round
Egg.
at dawn, egg.
See, now you're getting into it. That's what I like.
Sings
Sings.
at noon,
Hashed.
bird.
Bird,
And then cool is the
Cool.
coolest night.
penguin,
Could be dead.
Dead bird.
Dead
Dead
bird.
bird.
Dead,
Dead
dead
bird.
bird's very cold.
interesting.
So
I
the
don't
life
like
cycle
it.
of a bird.
I'm gonna go with bird.
Sure. You go with bird.
I think it's a
Are we
bird.
all saying bird? Is that the answer?
No.
It's a bird.
No.
I think that some of us are saying bird.
So the answer is some bird.
But how would you know? Maybe some bird is.
How about
like
a
that.
dragonborn? Also, they come out of eggs.
And at noon they go, ah!
I do, and I'm cool as shit.
I don't. This is just one I'm trying out. I don't have an answer for it. If you guys think bird, we can do that next time.
Do bird.
Well, how about this?
bird works.
While I work on this, Schlager, do you have one of your famous poems?
Oh, actually, I don't know if Schlager would be the guy to do it.
I
I
say,
think it's Dinar.
It'd be one
I
of those
think I
technical
know.
forms,
Dinar's
right?
I think I
poetry
know
guy.
how we can get through this. And I go up to him and say,
No, and he kneels down
Yeah.
and then brings his marble head very close.
and I go to shake,
He extends
Oh.
a finger.
and I take his hand and I flip the palm up and I put the card of infinite weight in his hand. And then I pin him to the floor.
There is a
I got a poem. Hey-oh.
Yeah, I got a palm. I don't got time for this shit.
Once he's pinned,
Very good.
I
he's
stand on his little
tugging
hand.
and tugging.
Yeah.
I
This
put my
is better than your normal outcome. You should be happy.
I put my foot up on one of his fingers and I go, and before we go, tell me the answer to that riddle.
I don't even have an. I was
You
gonna
really
figure.
do not.
I was just taking for a walk.
You're a monster and you take the name of riddles in vain. I hope you think about what you did.
Also, though, bird. It's a bird, right?
It was a bird, and you were the first to solve it.
I was the first to solve it because I'm the best at riddles, Prawn, turns out.
And then before we walk in, I go over to Schlager and I go, that was my gift, so we have to say that it was from both of us. Can I put my name on your gift?
Well, you've been good at holding candle. Heavy card.
Step stool.
You can hold the IOU. It's from both of us.
All right.
So
There, you little.
Thank you.
Yes.
this room, you think it might be made of a lot of the same materials in terms of smooth, cool marble, but its size. The last room was already immense, and then peopled by very large, marble warriors. This room is hundreds of yards across. It has at its center a throne-shaped chair made of the same material as the rest of the room, as though someone came in and removed all the stone but the chair. it's not separate. The chair and the room are the same thing.
Yeah.
That is its purpose. And there are draped off of the arms, there are 2 chains and shackles. Don't do it.
It's too late.
Don't do it. There is Schlager, there's a point of something to consider, something that hadn't occurred to you before, is that the chamber of Vars Malus could, just because of the Vala, that word, it can be the chamber of Vars Malus. But it could also be the chamber where Vars Malus is from.
Okay. How does this occur to me in that moment?
Just linguistically.
Well, linguistically, yes, but upon the throne, is it empty?
There is bones sort of strewn about the throne, for lack of a better term.
Tiny bones?
It's a bone throne.
No, there is an array of bones
Okay.
of various kinds.
All sizes?
Big bones,
Little bones?
Some,
medium bones.
yes. There's an range.
The bones are their money.
Okay.
Does it look like there was more than one individual that owned these bones? Had used them?
You think that you think that whatever has happened here has happened a couple times.
So whoever owned these bones put them in the throne zone.
Wow.
That's what I'm getting.
That's what I'm picking up.
But there's no sign of Vars Malus. There's nothing.
No.
There's no.
No. And the last time, indicate to your family what you saw in here last time.
Yeah.
Well, last time we went, which was the only time Dinar's done the crawl, when they went, Vars Malus wasn't there. There was a cheap, weird, chained up imitation,
Something vaguely draconic.
vaguely resembling a dragon. And that's after Dinar realizes that, then that's when he leaves to go find Vars Malus. That's one of the incepting events that makes him leave the town.
Yeah.
Presumably we all saw that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And everyone knew that Vars Malus has been missing for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
Dinar didn't know that. The family knew it. The family has kept it secret for a decade.
I see.
From when Dinar was a little kid. Part of the reason they blame Dinar for Vars being missing, which is why they've been mean to him for so long, because he was a distraction at one point.
All right. Oh, big surprise. No bars.
Yeah, but where's that other thing?
Where's the other Vars
Yeah,
that we've been
Vars Jr.
working with?
Yeah.
I go up to the bones and I kind of kick them with the toe of my boot. Like,
Yeah.
maybe this is him.
Didn't look like him.
Maybe.
It's pretty small. He was big.
You were so insistent that you were coming back this big hero, that you had found Vars Malus, that you were the savior of us all, and now look.
Just because he's not in his room doesn't mean he wasn't freed. I did get him. You saw Nace. You got to give me that one.
And he talked about Vars Malus, so he
Yeah.
seems to think that he
There you
might have
go.
been, still confused from that time and that sword, I suppose.
And back
We put him in a sword.
back
You're
on that-
buying that part.
Back on that wall where I saw 2 Naces, it's probably that somebody else looks just like Nace, and that's a fake Nace. And Nace is still dead. So,
The magic doesn't
Gotcha.
work. Vars is in here.
Who rang the tuning fork? Is the tuning fork here? Tuning fork's
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Is it ringing as well?
Not anymore. It's been days now.
Anybody could. Somebody could have thrown one of these bones at it.
oh, this is like when Mom and Dad sent us up and it ended up being like a drill. Do you remember this?
Just like a power drill?
No, I don't remember that either. No,
Definitely put that memory in.
Yeah, good. Good move. I won't remember it next time. That's the one I'm throwing in.
we got to stop off at that room. We got some other stuff I got to get rid
Haven't
of.
we had enough
So
of this
as you
nonsense?
so as you are gathered here around this throne, you feel that connection to Vars Malus roar into life.
Hey.
All of us?
All of you. You know that if you were to reach down into yourself and shape that his will would be apparent.
Oh, and I'm staggered
What?
with humility all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just present.
He's here.
Present.
He's totally fucking here.
He's still with us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And Prawn, you feel it.
I
that
feel
You've and it could be shameful.
it is shameful. I feel completely humbled by it, and I hate that more than anything. And what do we normally do when we're in the presence of the dragon?
We get to invent this.
Yeah.
What does Dinar do? And we all do it.
So you feel it like what you reached for before is there, stronger than ever.
I mean, in the presence of the dragon when they do the climb, or just
Like that like feeling of holy power.
Yeah.
If it's as though, imagine like if Vars Malus had appeared before us, like would we all fall to our knees? Like what is the thing that a Dinari would do?
I think each of you might, as members of the royal family, the ones with the actual connection, I think that your relationship with Vars Malus is probably personal.
Okay.
And so you should do what you feel like you would do.
a lot of what Dinar does with more and more of his spells, like when he's doing his clapping, summoning circles, it's all like auditory. It's all
sure.
And it would
like
it
Morse
would
code
ring.
with it, like different claps and,
Yeah.
and
And in this
noises.
in this place,
same with the tuning forks.
Yeah.
It's all just noise stuff,
music.
musical, lyrical.
I back to back with Prawn. And like I put our tails are like on opposite sides of each other and our spines are pressed up against each other. And I reach back for your hands. Like this is the like a comfort thing.
At first, I don't do it, but then instinctively,
Like it's like a like when we were little kids and we were afraid. This is
like the thunderstorm.
yeah. This is definitely a thunderstorm move.
I actually will take
Grab-
comfort in my older sister.
Grab hands.
Yeah.
Is there any part of the room I can't see, or the walls? Because the walls, I guess we didn't describe the walls. The walls are
The walls. I mean, you'd have to get out close to them.
okay. Well, I get out close to them if we're feeling Bars Malus, because the
Yeah.
walls are.
Yeah, the farther you get away from the throne, he's still just there in your belly, demanding subservience. Like this is power.
Yeah. And it's not unfamiliar to Dinar. He's had him.
It is absolutely not familiar. It isn't unfamiliar to anyone in the royal family.
Yeah. It fills Dinar with a kind of happiness, a redemption, so what he's been saying, but B, just to know that, his God's back, because it's been a minute.
Josh, would you be so kind?
Oh,
So
Oh Lord.
you can hear a shuffling step across the smooth marble. You can see the tines of the tuning fork sort of rising up, framing the throne in the center of this room. And the step has a shuffle in it. And you can see as he materializes from behind the throne itself, he gives the tuning fork a flick with his finger, and he shuffles out in front of the throne and sits down in it and lets a jeweled crutch fall away from him and clatter down, and he grips the arms of the chair tight, and he says, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Thanks, Josh.
And this is the
And he-
guy from the vision,
Yeah,
Dragonborn.
you can see his hand is clearly damaged by work or disease. And as soon as he says you have to do it yourself, that just echoes in the chamber.
What does his face look like?
His face looks like you wouldn't think of it. You wouldn't think of him as too far outside the family features.
Okay. But not like a Nace twin. Okay.
Prawn will step up to him and say, "What are you doing here? Who are you to be in this place?"
I made this place.
Excuse me?
Excuse you?
Vars Malus, bless his holy name, made this place. Thank you very much.
He says.
Bless up to Vars Malus.
He says, "Yeah, I made him too."
All right, should we kill him now? Or, because that crutch is dope, and I do want to take it.
I want to hear this.
This is a nice crutch.
Why do you think that you made Vars Malus?
Because we needed one, and no one else was doing it. Sometimes you have to do things yourself. And this younger generation, I feel like they've lost a lot of that. That fire.
You're addressing the royal family of Dinar, and you will address us with respect. Thank you.
I am addressing my grandchildren's 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 grandchildren.
Okay, boomer.
She got you.
Can that be his name is Bamar?
You'll do it.
The name is Bamar.
Did you send Vars Malus away?
He absorbs it and then looks over at Prawn and says, "You spent a lot of time trying to get in here. And now that you're here, what are you going to do with it?"
So, give me some backstory here.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get into this place. I'm assuming that I
and
attempted
these
to
are-
do a crawl like myself, basically.
Yeah, and you got farther than anyone could have imagined. But ultimately it resulted in the destruction of the tools.
And why did Prawn try to do that herself?
Oh.
So feel free to speak freely.
Okay. She says, "I'm here to make right what I made wrong. I'm here to fix what I did.
And what did you do?"
I caused..."
And he stands up off of the throne, like a little wobbly, and then thinks better of it and supports himself. Maybe he threw the crutch away too soon.
So Prawn goes, let me look at my character motivation. She goes, "I caused, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't mean to. But it just, I was playing the game that we always played. You know, the game with Dad. The battle game.
Of course. Yes.
Well, I used to go play it with him even after he fell asleep, after he was in his coma. And one day he was playing back with me. And
What?
What?
like I said, this wasn't my fault, but after I played the game, that's when Mom.
Wait, are you saying that this is your fault?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not my fault.
It's the game's fault?
Yes. Clearly, it must be the game's fault.
How was he playing back with you?
It's a poor craftsman.
Where is
Blames
this
their
game?
fools.
Why are we should have been looking at this game from the start? This is back in the palace?
No. Playing this game is what got us into this trouble in the first place.
Yeah.
No
And
one
you-
should be playing this game.
And Dinar, you know what she means.
Yeah.
I know what she means too, but just tell me so I know you know.
Let's all hear.
Yeah, Dinar. What's the game, Dinar?
Do you know more about it than we do?
Well,
I think he played with the younger kids. So I think you and Prawn know.
an iteration of this game also, yeah, is why he looks 50.
No, but I was asking in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know more about the game than we do?
Yeah, that's why I look 50. Yeah, it's a messed up game. Don't ever play this game. Dad was a jerk for teaching us.
And he takes a couple
And I'm the best at it.
shuffling steps down toward you, Prawn,
Yeah.
and he takes your hand.
Oh, I stiffen.
Yeah.
But okay.
It's like any other grandpa interaction, right?
Sure.
It's all papery.
Yeah, just hanging off. And he says, "You're a Dinar.
Yes.
All is forgiven. Can you forgive you?"
And she just mutters, I don't know, under her breath.
And he says, "I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. So which one of you kids is going to sit in this chair and be the god this city needs?"
What are you talking about? I've met it, Vars Malus.
He's
Nace has met Vars Malus. I've corporealized as him. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's like,
Talking about, old man.
yeah. He's like, yeah, sometimes I share my toys.
You're very strong, if that's the case. Is it the throne? You just look like a guy to me.
Prawn looks really seriously at the throne.
He now needs help to stand.
I'm definitely holding him up. Even though my very slight frame.
Is this
He is not, the closer he is to you, the more you can see that he is not fully solid.
Oh, interesting.
is this the way that it should be? Should it continue this way? You see how when deprived of these tools, how powerless Dinar becomes. What if they were able to conduct themselves, rule themselves?
He says, that hasn't been my experience.
I don't understand. Where were you for the last 10 years? What happened to Dad then, if you were Vars Malus? Or
He's starting to flash in and out.
hard, not it, by the way. I got too much shit to do. I cannot sit in this chair, so.
We have to restore Dinar. As the oldest, you should be jumping to do this.
yeah,
Nace is the oldest, babe.
As the oldest one here,
That's true.
someone in this family has to step up and take responsibility. Somebody's got to sit on this throne.
I mean, you're just as qualified as I am.
technically I'm the oldest now.
I don't think I haven't considered this.
That's true. That's true. Dinar's the oldest. Dinar, do it. Dinar has to do it. Not it.
Prawn sighs heavily and it takes everything in her to say this. And she goes, but it's not Dinar's fault.
And
Everything is Dinar's fault.
that hits like a ton of bricks. And that then does too.
You're tearing this family apart.
I still have so many questions. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Omniscience might help.
It's true.
It's true.
Just try it. Just put your butt in it. See if you like it. You get to be a god for a second. Look, I'll do it.
No, Dinar thinks about it, and he thinks of.
Oh my god, I wasn't being serious. Stop. What are you doing? You just got back.
He thinks of his friends, his family in front of him, and he thinks of his friends on the C team. But then he does sit on the Hey.
Hope it's going great.
It's not. Bye forever. I'm sure Nace will tell you about it.
So you sit in this chair?
Yeah. Someone's got to sit in the chair.
I wasn't being serious.
I have so many questions. I need more answers.
You sit in.
Omniscience might happen. Yeah. I've been told.
You sit. You take a seat in the chair, and explode.
Ooh.
Diarrhea or
Oh my god, he was serious.
You expand in a second on every axis. You're conscious of every atom in this chamber. And there is a tiny part of you that thinks it would be so cool to see it. And then you do. Your brother leaves, and then he is with you in this semicircle, watching his apotheosis occur on the chair.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad that was some kind of weird fucking trick, but what's going on over there?
I don't even know.
It's because you're the
But he
same.
says it in like this godly voice.
Yeah, it rings. It rings.
It rings out, but
throughout.
still nasally.
His mouth says it, and then his voice rings throughout
A choir of angels.
the chamber as well. Josh, if you'd be so kind.
Yowza.
Oh my goodness.
Nutta. 3-banger.
Back in the castle, at the highest tier of the royal chamber, the royal bedroom, Nace is there when his parents open their eyes. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. Thanks so much. It's gonna be potty time, and then we're gonna come back.
And play more, right?
Yeah. This is a cliffhanger.
That was the season finale, bro. We can't leave it there.
All right, we can play more.
Yeah.
Phew.
You know what? Let's go. Right?
We'll just keep going.
Let's keep going.
Make this
I
like a
don't need a
6-hour
potty.
game.
I don't need a potty.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
No, I was kidding. I gotta do it at the potty.
Oh, here, you do it. You go potty.
All right, I'm dead anyway, so yeah, I'm a dead or a god or something.
No.
I go where I want.
We'll table talk it
Yeah, we'll table talk it.
We gotta keep going.
forever and never stop.
And we'll never.
100 years.
Yeah.
We will
And a
table
movie.
talk it when we come back. All right, thank you. Bye.
What a team.